Hi guys, welcome back to Fiona's Food and happy St. Patrick's Day. So some of you may not know this, but I am actually Irish. So in honour of that, I decided to make these Guinness Chocolate Cupcakes with Baileys Buttercream. They are absolutely delicious. The Guinness gives the cupcakes this really moist, malty taste, and paired with the Baileys Buttercream, it doesn't get much better than this for St. Patrick's Day. So this is quite an alcohol heavy recipe, so if you don't drink, then maybe this isn't one for you, but if you do, then I hope you enjoy it. The ingredients you need for the cupcakes are 115 millilitres of Guinness, 115 grams of unsalted butter, 125 grams of plain flour, 200 grams of caster sugar, 75 millilitres of sour cream, 30 grams of cocoa powder, 1 egg, a quarter teaspoon of salt and half teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. And this will make about 12 cupcakes. So the first step is to melt the butter. So I'm going to do that in a saucepan over the hob. Once the butter is melted, turn off the heat and then mix in the Guinness. Then add the cocoa powder, and using a whisk you want to mix it all in until it's well incorporated. In a large bowl, add the flour, the caster sugar, the bicarbonate of soda and the salt, and again using a whisk mix this all really well and then put that to one side. Now in another bowl we're going to mix the egg and the sour cream, so add them both and then again using a whisk mix them both together. So now we're going to start combining the mixtures. So first mix the chocolate Guinness mixture with the egg and sour cream. Now in the dry mixture make a little well in the middle and then pour in the chocolate mixture, and using a whisk again mix it all together until you've got a nice smooth batter. So now I'm going to put the batter in my cupcake cases. So I've lined my cupcake tray. These are actually muffin cases, but I like the colour, so I'm using them anyway. I'm just going to use a spoon and I'm going to fill them until they're all about 2/3 full. So now I'm going to put them into my oven at 180 for about 20 minutes. So while my cakes are in the oven, I'm going to make my Baileys Buttercream. I'm just using the quantities from my standard vanilla buttercream recipe, and if you want to watch that you can click over here now. But instead of using milk and vanilla extract, I'm going to be using the Baileys. So how much Baileys you want to use is completely up to you. It just depends on how strong you want it and how soft and smooth you like your buttercream. If it gets to the point that you don't want to add any more Baileys to it, but you still want your buttercream to be a little bit smoother, then you can just use some milk instead. So I'm just going to mix my butter, then add the icing sugar a little bit at a time till it's all mixed in, and then add the Baileys at the end. My butter is pale and soft, so I'm going to add a bit of the icing sugar and then keep going until it's all mixed in. So I've mixed in all my icing sugar and now I'm going to add my Baileys. I'm going to leave the mixer on and turn it down to really low speed and add a tablespoon at a time. So once you've got the flavour and consistency that you'd like, your buttercream is ready. So now I'm going to make the little green shamrocks that are going to go on top of the cupcakes. These are completely optional, but I thought they looked good, so this is how you make them. So what I've done is I've melted green candy melt, and I found these at Hobbycraft, but you can get them at any good craft shop or online. And I put them into a little squeezy bottle. Again, if you don't have one of these, you can use a piping bag or even like a food bag with a little hole cut in the corner. And I have printed out some shamrock stencils. I don't know if you can see that very well. And I've stuck them down to a baking tray and put a piece of greaseproof paper over the top and I'm literally just going to draw them out and then leave them to set in the fridge. So I'm using stencils because I'm really bad at drawing, but if you want you can just do these by eye, it's completely up to you. So the really great thing about candy melt is that none of it ever goes to waste because you can just leave your leftovers to harden and then remelt it again when you want to use it. So I'll give my cupcakes time to cool and now I'm going to decorate them with the Baileys Buttercream. And I'm just going to put a few sugary green sugar sparkles on them as well. And finally, I'm going to add my little candy green shamrocks. There we go. Now I'm going to do the rest of my cupcakes. Thanks for watching this tutorial on how to make these Guinness Chocolate Cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and share this video and subscribe to Fiona's Food if you haven't already. Have a very happy St. Patrick's Day and I will see you next time.